Hello there and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lap Classic Remastered. This time we're taking a look at the 1997 Nissan 300ZX GTS GT500. Full name. This car is very cool indeed. So, this is, for all intents and purposes, an IMSA car that was taken to GT500. Why? Because Japan. And as you know, the Japanese in the 90s were a bit mad, and GT500 in its early days had lots of fantastic creations. We've seen some of them. We've seen the STP Taizan Viper, which did remarkably well around this course. Not expecting this American import to do better than that, but we'll see. This car was raced by Team Le Mans in 96 and for a brief part of 97 before they stuffed it and had to withdraw from the season. But Team Le Mans in JGCC has a fascinating history, and yeah, this was sort of the car that started them on their way, if you will. So yeah, this was an IMSA race car turned GT500 car. Front engined, rear wheel drive, 682 horsepower, 1180 kilos. 300ZXs, if we're talking about the road cars, have not done massively well around here. I think the quickest one is still a naturally aspirated car over the ones with the giant turbos on them, but I'm hopeful this one should be alright. It's very wide, so I'm hoping that means it has wide tyres, and also it looks cool. I mean, it looks fantastic, let's be honest. This is used as the basis for the racing modification to the 94 Fairlady Z/300ZXs, so yeah, hopefully this one will do well, but we shall find out. Anyways, this car is going to have 6 laps of the Motorsports Land track in order to set the best time it possibly can. Our current leader is the Mitsubishi FTO LM Edition, set time of 27.131. The 300ZX GTS GT is unlikely to beat that. Now, in terms of where this car is going to go, I say we aim for like a 29.5 and we sort of see how it gets on from there. On its first lap it almost smashes that. Okay, this is, yeah, maybe this does have the wide rear tyres I was on about. Maybe this will be another STP Taizan Viper situation where just because the car was not very good in real life doesn't mean it's not good for this track. Unfortunately, unlike the Taizan Viper, this is a turbocharged car, so not quite going to get the same consistency in its power delivery, which is, I think, a big part of what helped the Taizan Viper. So I think you can sort of feel it. I am being careful on the throttle with this. It's not like the again, not like the Taizan Viper where you could just sort of floor it and hope for the best. This does not play that game, but it does drive beautifully. 28.552, and that was not a clean lap by any metric. That means it is actually quicker than the Takata NSX, which does mean this is our second quickest GT500 car. And I do think there's a bit more time in this. Fortunately, we're going to get 2 more laps to play about with this. But yeah, I think the real life car had a 4.5 litre V8, and this one has a V6 turbo because Gran Turismo logic. So probably another case of Gran Turismo shafting these cars. It's one of those sort of surprising ones where I'm surprised GT2 Plus hasn't fixed that. I'm sure A-Spec probably has. A little bit sort of frightful on the throttle there. The problem is that lap that I got the 28.552 in was a cautious lap that was trying to bank, so try not to overstep the mark on the on this lap. I'm gonna have to take a very shallow corner cut into there, but that is gonna pay dividends down this back straight to the line. 28.417. Again, not even I still don't think that was everything out of it, but that handles so well. I'm so shocked. These oddball GT500 cars, ignore that part, these oddball GT500 cars are just super surprising in the way they drive. They really are. They're just, again, this isn't STP Titan Viper territory, and to be honest with you, it's not even close in terms of its sort of drivability, but it is not far off. I think if that had its V8 in it, who knows? That does show us that that final lap was pretty bang on. So between the third lap, I mean, I touched the grass. I think if I didn't touch the grass on that lap, maybe. But I don't know by how much. But either way, I'm very happy with that. A 28.417 will place this into 24th. I can't believe I'm saying that. It is quicker than an Evo 5 GSR, quicker than the Espace F1, as I mentioned, quicker than the Takata GT500, which means it is the quickest Japanese GT500 car we've had go around the course. Insane to say. Quicker than an XJR15, Cerbera LM Edition, CLK race car. In terms of things it's slower than, I mean, not much. It only fractionally loses out to the Wed Sport Celica, which we thought was going to be the quickest JGCC car we ever have, and it turns out that car's been threatened more times than it probably should have been. Slightly slower than the GTC LM Edition, RX-7, Audi S4, Roof CTR2, but that's the really, really fast stuff. This is done phenomenally. I am super impressed, and I can safely confirm that this will be the absolute best 300ZX / Fairlady Z I drive around the course in this entire series. So, yeah, I'm honestly, I am shocked. Fantastic job from this car. Anyways, that's it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Join me next time when I'll be driving something completely different. Until then, farewell.